Good morning, beautiful people, and welcome to World of Tanks news video with some very exciting stuff today. Wargaming out of nowhere added some new toys to the Bond store. You're able to spend your bonds, what you have been collecting so hardcore, for some new toys. On some new toys, like 122 TM over here, like the longest awaited 183. What so many of you have been asking, is this tank coming back on sale anytime soon? When, how, if? I have received so many questions about this tank, and finally today, ladies and gentlemen, Wargaming made this tank available for good. And this article over here, which I'm going to show you, was released 35 minutes ago, titled Bond Store Update, Intense Styles, Tanks and More. And over here we have 5 tanks in total, including some very good ones, I would say so, and the best ones in the history of the game, aka TOG II. Well, I don't know how many players we have left in this game who do not even have TOG II yet, because they have given the TOG II away for free via the Twitch drops as well in multiple different campaigns. And but now it is over here together with the style, which is very fairly priced as well, only 350 bonds. Nice to see that over here. So let's talk about those tanks. Are they worth it? Are they good, bad, ugly? And also we have a lot of 3D styles added over here as well. So quite a nice Bond Store update overall, I would say so. So first of all, the legendary FV215b that was added for 15,000 bonds. And this is one of the, the more expensive tier 10 Bond tanks available in the game. This tank is for the memes, ladies and gentlemen, because this 1750 alpha damage is the biggest alpha damage on any tank in this game. AP having the juicy 310 penetration, 1150 alpha damage, also slaps, but more situationally used, let's say. This tank together with FV215 both are made to use the hash round with 230 penetration and to simply hit for 1750, right? Comparing this tank to FV, I think the comparison can be quite simple. This tank has some armor. This tank can actually take some shots, bounce some shots, survive some shots, not that easily penetrable with high explosive into the side. Here are places to penetrate, but overall, let's say this is a tank that actually has some armor as well, but it trades it off for some gun handling and, if I'm not mistaken, longer reload as well. But FV215b 183, one of the oldest tanks in this game with this massive alpha. Right? It's for the memes, let's put it that way. Mainly for the memes. Next up, let's talk about a premium tank that they added, which is actually quite nice and surprising to see it over here. M4 Yo tank. So this is the tank with the special feature. You can see that it has the secondary track inside the tracks. Let's say if your main track gets destroyed, you are still able to move slowly while the main track is being repaired. You're still able to back away from the corner slowly and get away from a hairy situation. This gun, I would say, is nice. Overall, this gun handling is quite nice. The armor can be trollish, but not the best. It has also the weak spot on the top of the turret. Has a commander hatch over here, quite a massive commander hatch. But overall, I would say this tank is quite a solid premium tank. I really like it, me personally. With this 10 degrees of contemplation as well, 360 alpha, it's, simply put, a solid premium tank. Available for 8,000 bonds. Next up, we are going to talk about 122 TM. And this tank is nice. This tank is actually nice. A tier 8 premium medium tank with 400 alpha damage. There is a huge elephant in the room when we talk about this tank, and this is the DPM. It has one of the lowest tier 8 medium tank DPMs with rammer, with ventilation, with food put on this vehicle. Let's return the crew as well, just for the sake of it. We are looking at 1,741 damage per minute, but this tank is also a perfect example of showcasing that DPM does not matter everything. The gun handling is nice. It has aiming time. It has very nice accurate gun. 8 degrees of gun depression as well. And this is a perfect showcase of you can make your little amount of shots count at least. And with this 400 alpha damage, the damage can rack up quite quickly as well. Also, premium heat has very nice 299 millimeters of penetration. So, or 290, yeah, 99. I think this is actually the correct number. I was thinking, do I have the RNG boosting things over here activated or not, but seems like not, so 299 penetration. This is a solid, I would even say above average tank. It is very beginner friendly as well because it actually forgives some mistakes. It has some armor. Yes, it has commander hatches, but you know, if you wiggle a little bit, making it harder for them to hit that, you can get away with quite some things. So overall, I would give this tank a solid thumbs up. Yeah, as I said, DPM non-existent, but DPM does not mean everything in this game. It is very good tank for trading as well with other medium tanks, for example. And with many tier 8, same tier heavies even, that doesn't have 400 alpha damage. So definitely this tank gets a thumbs up from me. Next up we have Type 62, which is a tier 7 light tank. Honestly, personally, I quite like it. I quite enjoy it. Over 2,000 base DPM, basically. You know, I don't have any equipment on it or anything like that. It is a premium tank. It is not the best, definitely not the best, but not the worst either. It can be kind of fun to meme around. 180 alpha damage over here. What was the top speed? 62, 26 moving backwards, 20 power to weight ratio. So yeah, this is just, you know, a tier 7 light tank. Is it worth to pick it up from the bond store for bonds because the price is 6,000 bonds? I would say no. Even though this tank can be, you know, in top tier battles, let's say, somewhat of a fun, but because the price of this tank is 6,000 bonds, I would not pick it up. I would gather 2,000 more bonds and pick up the same nation, where is it? The same nation M41D. Now this tank is actually very nice. It has super good DPM for a light tank as well. So this is a tank where you do not cry too much when you get a bad scouting map because you have very nice gun, good aiming time, good accuracy, 9 degrees of gun depression. You don't cry too much on a bad scouting map because you can turn yourself into somewhat of a mini medium tank. 70 kilometers per hour top speed, 27 backwards, good power to weight ratio. Like this tank is actually kind of a sleeper. It is kind of a sleeper. Not too many people are talking about that, playing with it, but it's something worth looking at for sure. So they did add Type 62, but I recommend you to stay away from it because of the price. Maybe if the Type 62 would have been 4,000 bonds or 4,500 bonds, yeah, but to get only 2,000 more to pick up a simply better tank, which makes you way more credits as well, is worth it more, I would say, right? Worth it more for sure. And finally, so the final new tank, guys, is let's actually go into the store. Let's look at it from the store. Is the one and only, the best creation in the history of tanking, TOG II. And you are able to get this skin as well. That I have my feelings that wargaming is not fixing on purpose. it is a huge hit in the nuts for everyone with OCDs. Because you can see this wiener. You know, this is a hot dog skin, basically, on TOG II. You can see how nicely this wiener is aligned in the middle, in the center of the tracks in the rear. But if I would turn it around, it triggers a lot of OCDs. Because that wiener is everything but straight. It is not straight over here in the middle, and this is so misaligned as well. So be ready for that, ladies and gentlemen. It is 4,000 bonds for you. This tank is going to cost 4,000 bonds for you. And this style is, honestly, I would say, only costing you 350. Yes, 350 bonds. Usually those type of styles are more expensive, but 350 bonds, I think, you know, for the memes, it's a good investment. If it is true, actually. Is it actually true? 350? Let's have a look. Was it actually true or it is not true? Ah, it says 450 over here. Okay, 450 in the game, I can see. But in the article, 450 over here, but in the article, let me show you. So they did a little typo over here. In the article, it says 350. All right. So 450 extra 100 bonds is what you have to cough out, basically. And they also added some new 3D styles. They added six 3D styles in total for 3,000 bonds. 3D styles are so bloody expensive. 3,000 bonds. Like this one, you know, this is the first 3D style I'm going to showcase to you for 580 Last Dragon, called The Last Dragon. It is kind of badass looking, I gotta say. It is kind of badass looking style. I like it, so if you are into dragons as well, you are also going to like it. I would imagine so. Then they added a style for where are we? They added a style for mouse. So this is the mouse style. With anti-air guns. This is the mouse style they added. A lot is going on over here. A lot is going on over here. All right, next up, a Saiga style for SD2. What is SD2? SD2, lovely tank. I personally really like SD2. And it is the baddest looking one as well. Kinda realistic looking, you know? Kinda realistic looking. This is the Saiga for SD2, then version 4. Received a style. Version 4 received this one. A fair trade. Fair trade. I like this name. When you ram something and hit them 650 in the face and you only take 200 damage in return, that's called fair trade, guys. And this is what the style is meant to be doing, pretty much. Also, we received 183, FV215b 183 into the Bond store, but they also didn't forget the good old shit barn. Galahad style, available over here. And all of those styles, besides 122 TM style, all of them are 3,000 bonds. So this is also 3,000 bonds. And finally, the final new style, which I'm going to showcase over here, is this one for 2,000 bonds. And it is for the new tank as well, 122 TM, special guest. So this is also new in the Bond store. If you want to fully pimp up this tank, it is going to cost you 10,000 bonds. You buy the tank for 8k and you buy the style as well. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, kind of a surprise Bond store update, honestly. 183 over here. This is definitely the biggest news, and also adding some good tier 8 premium tanks. Not bad. Not bad at all. Let me know, ladies and gentlemen, what you think about that. Excited about picking up your 183 finally or not? Or did you just spend your bonds on something else and RIP? Well, don't worry, because they have not removed any bond store tanks from the bond store in the history of the bond store. So I would expect you will have many years to grab your bonds and to pick this tank finally up as well, if you want to do it. That is it from me. Thank you so much for tuning in. Enjoy your weekend. Take the maximum out of it. Hugs and kisses. Stay beautiful, sexy, take care, and bye.